A 95-pound Doberman had been sitting in the same shelter kennel for 18 months, returned twice, wearing a vest that said, "Do not pet." Then an ER nurse stopped at Kennel 11 on her lunch break and never walked away. 8 months later, at 3:22 a.m. on a Tuesday in January, he was the reason she didn't spend the night alone on a kitchen floor. Jess Palmer was 29 years old, an emergency room nurse at Carolina's Medical Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. 12-hour shifts that always became 14, a one-bedroom apartment she mostly used sleeping. She had been running on 4 hours of rest and black coffee since her father died of pancreatic cancer 7 months earlier. She hadn't talked about it with anyone at work. She hadn't talked about it with anyone at all. She was good at keeping things moving. The ER had taught her that much. Her colleague Dana brought her to Mecklenburg County Animal Care on a Wednesday afternoon in May. "Just to look," Dana said. 20 minutes, then we get sandwiches." Jess agreed because arguing required energy she didn't have. She made it past 3 rows of kennels before she stopped. Kennel 11. The dog inside was jet black, 95 pounds, with rust-colored markings sharp as paint strokes above each eye. His ears stood perfectly upright. His posture was straight and exact, like a soldier waiting for inspection. He was wearing a black tactical vest with white letters on both sides, "Do not pet." Jess stood there for 5 minutes. She counted later because that was the kind of thing she did. In the ER, you always counted. A shelter coordinator named Louise found them 2 minutes later. She walked Jess through it without being asked. Rex had been at the shelter for 18 months, returned twice. The first family said he was too much. The second made it 5 weeks before calling to say his presence made their guests uncomfortable. He had growled at a volunteer in month 3. Once, the vest went on and never came off. Louise said it carefully. "He's not aggressive, he's reactive to uncertainty. He doesn't do well with people who haven't decided. When someone commits to him, it's total. He just hasn't had that yet." Jess looked at Rex. Rex looked at Jess. He didn't move toward her, he didn't move away. He held the eye contact for a long, still moment, and something in that stillness felt familiar. She recognized it. She had been doing the exact same thing for 7 months. She signed the paperwork before Dana had finished her sandwich. The first week was an education. Rex did not bark. He did not chew anything he wasn't supposed to. He moved through the apartment methodically and quietly, as if cataloging it. He found a position by the front door the first night and kept it. When Jess came home from a shift at 6 in the morning, he was in the same spot. Not frantic, not relieved, just present, waiting like he had expected her back and was simply confirming she had arrived. She tried to give him the bedroom on day 3. He refused it. He slept outside the bedroom door with his chin flat on the floor and one eye facing the gap at the bottom. His rules were clear. He would be on this side, she would be on that side, and nothing would come through without him knowing about it first. She also discovered that Rex had opinions about food. He would not eat if his bowl faced the wall. He needed to be able to see the room while he ate. She moved the bowl on day 4. He ate immediately. She stood in the kitchen at 6 in the morning watching a 95-pound Doberman eat breakfast and felt, for the first time in months, like she was needed somewhere specific. By the end of week 2, Jess had stopped dreading coming home. She didn't notice it at first. It happened somewhere between the 3rd night and the 9th. Quietly, the way things shift when you're not watching for them. She started checking the time at the end of her shifts to calculate how long until she'd be back. She started driving slightly faster in the last 2 blocks. If you're still watching but haven't subscribed yet, that honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. What comes next, you're going to want to see. A routine shaped itself around them. Every morning at 5:28, 2 minutes before Jess's alarm, Rex stood at the bedroom door and pressed his nose against the gap at the bottom. She always felt it before she heard it, the slight change in air moving under the door. She started getting up at 5:27 just to open it before he had to ask. In the car, he was particular. He would not sit in the back. He planted himself in the passenger seat, and within 3 minutes of driving, his jaw would lower slowly onto her shoulder. Not a request, a placement. 95 pounds of decision resting there, warm and solid, every single drive. She stopped thinking about her father on the commute. There wasn't room for it. The Do Not Pet vest came off in week 6. Jess put it on the shelf in the entryway, not in a drawer, not in the trash, on the shelf. A reminder of how close she came to walking past Kennel 11 and getting a sandwich instead. On a Tuesday morning in January, 8 months after the adoption, Jess came home from a 14-hour ER shift at 3:14 a.m. She had worked through a 4-car pileup, 2 cardiac events, and a shift change that never happened because the incoming nurse called out sick. She unlocked her door, stepped inside, and made it exactly 6 feet before her legs gave out. She went down hard. Her shoulder hit the kitchen cabinet. She sat on the floor and didn't get up, not because she couldn't, because she had nothing left to do it with. Rex was there before she registered where she was. He pressed his full body against her side, 95 pounds of heat and weight. He didn't bark. For 4 minutes, he didn't bark. He just stayed against her while she sat on the floor at 3:22 in the morning and finally let the last 7 months come out. She cried in a way she hadn't let herself cry since the hospital, the kind that starts somewhere below the chest and doesn't stop when you want it to. Rex pressed harder against her. He didn't move, he didn't look away. He just held the space, like he had been built specifically for that floor, that kitchen, that particular weight. Then he barked, once, loud, not at Jess, at the wall. Her neighbor Kara, who worked early mornings and slept lightly, heard it. She knocked 2 minutes later. She found Jess on the kitchen floor and sat down beside her without saying anything for a long time. Rex moved over to make room for both of them. Today, Jess is 30, Rex is 4. He still sleeps outside the bedroom door with his chin at the gap. He still lowers his jaw on her shoulder 3 minutes into every drive. He still stands at the door at 5:28 every morning, and Jess still gets up at 5:27 to open it. The apartment is the same size it always was. It just doesn't feel that way anymore. The vest is still on the shelf in the entryway. She passes it every day. Some things don't need to be put away. They need to be seen. Dobermans don't love easily. They don't perform it. They decide. And when Rex decided on Jess, somewhere in the silence of Kennel 11, he didn't change because she was ready. He waited until she was. If you met a dog wearing a Do Not Pet sign, would you stop or would you keep walking? Tell me in the comments.